Hey, what is up everybody, Blades for here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video guys, we're mainly going to be going over the Mono Fire team and how it's been changed and pretty much just testing it out for the most part. Now granted, this team itself as well could be ran with Ford, but I'm going to be just trying fully Mono Fire, and we're going to be trying it once with Futaba and then once with Phoebe, just to get a feel of how the team really does go. So if you guys are interested in the video, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy it as well. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps me out quite a lot. And we'll be having the build guide for Howler either out this weekend or Monday morning. So surely do know that. I finished everything when it comes down to infographics. All it comes down to now is just really voice recording, which I'm going to try and get that done tonight. So then we can kind of get things edited on up and everything will be all good from there. So look forward to it. But anyways, jumping straight into the video here, we're going to be testing out the girl Howler herself. Now Howler I've been playing with quite a little bit. She isn't too really hard of a character to really get used to, but the only thing I'm still trying to get used to is at least how straightforward her debuffs are. Like if you think about it and actually sit there and use her for a couple times, she's very straightforward. She's even the character that you really don't need a lot of like attack for. You just need a lot of EHR because her attack is actually based on her EHR here as well. And so for that fourth stat, you very well could use just like HP or something to really get you that extra living capabilities. So with this character, I more or less have now found myself enjoying a lot more of at least her usage and things of that nature. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to try to fit it to really work out in my favor. So of course, we're going to be testing this out and we're going to be using the Fire team to do so in today's video. So I'm going to try that. But we're going to be doing this in the Velvet Trials because I'm gonna be honest, my Fire team is not built, like heavily built. So yeah, we're going to be trying it out in the, what is it called? Not the Velvet Trials here, but one of these Velvet Trials here, in which one of these dudes should be Psychic and Fire. So yeah, we're going to try it on multiple enemies first. So we're going to use this one first and we're going to just test it out. Now, whether it works is going to be the very good key for the key component here. So for the most part, we're using Howler, using On, and then we're going to pop in our main key. These two actually work really well together. Surprisingly, I thought, for example, that Howler would end up covering up Key, but in fact, it doesn't really cover up Key. In fact, they kind of work in tandem, which is very weird. I thought one of the other would probably be a little bit of a harsh fit, but luckily enough, they actually do work very well together. So since we're using Key here, we're going to be using Phoebe. And then once we decide to swap to Futaba, we're going to use Cord to test out both teams. But for the weapon that we're going to go ahead and use alongside of this one, I'm going to go ahead and use the mechanic weapon. I really don't see any other need to use anything else. I mean, like technically wise, depending, since we are using the Fire team, we could very well change our daggers up a little bit. And if you guys wanted to change your dagger, it would more or less be just like, actually I don't think I would change this, because this is actually helping out our I want to say our attack as a whole, which is actually going to be good for at least a support dagger. So never mind, you would only use this dagger for the most part when it does come down to at least the Mono Fire team. Now for Persona wise, that's where things get a little bit interesting. I'm not really going to be worried too much about it, so we're just going to go ahead and slap Dionysus in here. We're going to slap in go ahead and actually slap in Yanosek here, and I'm going to go ahead and slap Insert, because why not? But let's get trying. Let's get trying. Now I don't know if my key has any gear on, so we may not see the craziest things from him, but he is just a debuffer at the end of the day, so I'm not really going to be going for anything too crazy. But first turn, let's go ahead and use our little buff here. And then since we do have her going second, we're able to actually apply everything perfectly. And for my Fire team, this is actually speed gauge perfect because we want On going last. So this actually works out in our favor. So what we go ahead and do, I'm gonna use the skill 1, Mink. This gets us some nice points here, applies everything that we need, which is all the fire buffs. And since there's fire debuffs on everyone, we can then immediately use the skill 2 for at least our man Key here, getting the extra little bonus here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do the AoE because why not, or AoA because why not. And then this allows us to also immediately spam our damage with On. So we're just going to immediately pop off the level 3, boom, which did 223k damage. Not freaking bad. To be honest, I'm actually kind of liking that. That was actually really good. I thought that was going to deal a lot less, but that dealt pretty darn decent in the ballpark there, so I really am impressed with that. Now for our Panther, we kind of need her alive, so hopefully our team kind of sustains, and it looks like they're good for the most part. Let's see. Please I don't feel like dying right now. I would like my life. Okay, cool. So we ended up living that. So now the whole deal is we need to go ahead and tie this again here. We want to boost as much of our firepower as possible, so let's go ahead and use the skill 3. Everyone's knocked right now, it's crazy, but go ahead and use our skill 3, and we already have the fence down, so I just really want to see how much damage we can really get out of On. So I'm going to use Rebellion, and actually she might not even get the chance. Let's go ahead and use Go-Go Wolf Wolf here, giving us some nice little debuffs, which is what we're looking for. I think what I'm going to try is, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and pop the skin here. Don't really see a need of not to do so. Then I'm gonna pop the ultimate, or at least the highlight with On once we get to her turn here. So pop the highlight, immediately see how much we can deal off of this, which shouldn't be too much here. Boom, 138k, not bad. And then just finish it off with Pop Blossom, because that's all we really need. Boom. And that actually did 100k right then and there. So not bad at all. This team here is really decent, especially for the damage department. And that was not really a crazy easy type little challenge stage to do this with, especially since my characters aren't fully built. But that was really good damage. We actually did some really nice damage there, and I'm really impressed with it. But no, we're now gonna redo it and test out the second team. So Mono Fire is the really good team, of course. If you really wanted to use a Mono Fire team, but the next one here, I want to test out the next team here, and that one's gonna be a little bit of a mixture, right? That one's going to be a mixture of a little fire, but also something else added in between. So instead of us using the normal, which of course it has Key in here, or using any other fire unit, I'm gonna go ahead and replace Key, and we're actually going to go ahead and use Cord. Now this is still dedicated as the fire related team here, but with this one, since we are missing a attack, or at least a fire character here, and we're not going to change our wonder to have a fire persona in the front, we are going to be utilizing Futaba. Now if we had a fire persona in the front, it would qualify wonder as a fire element, so technically we could very well use PB again, and that would be perfectly fine. But we're not gonna really go to that. We're gonna go ahead and do what we want to do with this one. Let's go ahead and give it another try. Now for this one here, it's where, oh wait, I'm doing the wrong one. Whoops, I want to do the same one. I want to do the same one so we can actually test this out correctly and actually have a little bit of fun with this one. But for this one here, we're mainly going to be getting a lot more attack buffs, a lot more highlight spam, which I think is going to be a little fun here as well. So go ahead and give this a shot and see what happens. Now I think the optimal turn value for this one would be something similar to what we have on the screen. Once again, you want at least our On to go last here, but instead of actually popping anything like popping On's little thing here, we're gonna make sure everyone's supremely buffed. So first things first, boom, pop this off, everyone gets an attack buff, everyone gets all this buff. This is really already setting us up. Let's go ahead and use Revolution, boom. And then from here, we can go ahead and use our skill 1, which already is helping us deal some decent damage. And then we would use Improvise Solo. And now On's gonna come onto the field, and this is where she's gonna kind of shine a little bit. So now that we've already used everything off bat, we did 314k. That was off bat, straight up damage immediately. No need to wait, no need for none of that here. And pretty much one of them is already dead. We have the debuffs down, so once it does come down to the next turn, it is highly likely that like we're probably just gonna get rid of everyone here without a problem here. So getting some supreme buffs, or at least debuffing on them. But now that we have all of this done, we can go ahead, put down the defense down here with Futaba, which is giving us another defense down. And I would like to use this ult once again with her, so we're gonna go ahead and just make sure we use this with no one else. Now I do fear that she might kill. Okay, so she killed none of them, which is perfectly fine. And then for us, I would go ahead and use this, but unfortunately we can't use it because she is downed. So I guess it still works out. So let's go ahead and just do this. And technically this is what we were gonna do with our girl here. Oh no, I'm dizzy. Oh, I didn't notice. That mess up might have actually just cost us the game. I didn't know I was dizzy. Oh no. Okay, hold on. No, I wanted to actually do this the right way, but I mean, like, you guys get the gist. It should have just straight up one shot, or at least we should have just killed afterwards. But yeah, I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't notice that we didn't have a way to really get rid of that. So that's a little bit of a problem, and I don't think we have anything that gets this off of us right now either. I don't think we can get her dizzy. So unfortunately, I'm gonna freaking restart because I wanted to actually just nuke there. But we got to see the first hit, which was really powerful. That was 314 off rip. No freaking any other things really qualified. That was turn 1 314 that we did, which is very impressive. The only thing I'm mad about is, of course, what ended up happening there. But our game ended up freezing. I'll be right back with the cut. Give me a second. Okay, so now that I'm back alive and in the game, let's go ahead and get back to the Velvet trial there. I think we were doing the little mono team one here, in which this should have been 24, I'm right. So let's go ahead and get into 24 this time. Hopefully not get dizzied, because that was kind of a downer. But I think if we don't get dizzied, we should be able to show everything that we want to show here. So once again, popping this off for at least the damage bonus. That's all we really want to have here, especially when it comes to these fire teams too. This is like a huge deal. So use revolution first, pop off the skill 1 here, and luckily we got everyone, of course, with the fire little stack there. By solo, and I think we hit 314k last time, so let's see if we can hit it again or hit a little higher. Let's see. Boom. Oh, that was a lot of damage, but I didn't get to see. Oh, Futaba was in the way. Futaba, but I'm pretty sure she did a decent chunk of damage here, which looks really decent. That was actually really good of a hit here. I think for the most part we should be all good here. Come on, let's see. Looks like we're pretty good. So as long as no one gets dizzied, and as long as our on doesn't get knocked, which she will. Okay, luckily she didn't get knocked, so we're already good here. Everything's looking pretty decent, and I could just pop the AoE right here, or at least the highlight right here, but I want to go ahead and get through my whole rotation. So this time, Rebellion, pretty positive we shouldn't kill a thing here with this. So use this, mink, get some decent damage off right there, off the range, and this should deal, hopefully, Futaba, I love you, but I'm gonna need you out of the way real quick. Boom, 355k. So not bad at all, and it's just quick cleared. So really good. We actually, I think, landed the exact same points as the last one anyways here. So really good in total. I really do like both the teams for at least the fire type deal. I can't wait to use these a little bit more, because now that we have the characters, I have everything that I need. I just really got to make my Howler a little bit better, because I really want her to hit the 100 mark there. Now that I have her a little bit better, I think we can actually start using this team a little bit more. So I'm interested in that. But as always, you guys tell me what you think about the burn teams. Do you think they're pretty interesting? Do you think they're pretty awesome? And we're going to be doing the follow-up teams next, so surely do look at that as well when it does come out. But till then, everybody, peace out.